My number one rule for a new year is that I start the new year off a month prior. So really December starts a new year for me. Okay? I start my new year, 2025 right now this month. Cuz I'm not waiting for January. I'm not waiting for the new year to begin for a countdown just so I can get my life in order, just so I can finally accomplish the goals that I have written down, that I have been ingrained in my subconscious for months and months, right? I ain't gonna wait for 2025 to have the permission to do the things I need to do. Because you're by doing that, by waiting, you're not being productive right now. You're waiting for the perfect time instead of doing what you got to do right now. Because you can wait for the perfect time all you want. It's never going to come. The perfect time will never get here. The perfect time is now. It's December. It's a month prior. To lose the weight you've been wanting to lose. To shed off some extra pounds. To get in better shape, to prioritize your diet, your nutrition, your fitness, whatever. To finally start that clothing line business. To get licensed in whatever profession that you are embarking on. To finally join a trade school and take up a trade. To finally leave that job. And do what you want to do with your time, as long as it's productive and there is a financial incentive, in the back end. You have to be utilizing your time right now, because 2025 can hit and you may be motivated. You may be inspired. You may be driven. Ambitious, okay? But then what happens a week after or 2 weeks after, when all that dies down? What are you going to do then? How are you going to pick yourself back up then? When you face a drought in your life in the beginning of the new year, what are you going to do? How are you going to pick yourself up? How are you going to recover? How are you going to rebound? Because you were not prepared mentally for a drought. We're all going to face a drought season. And then when you get into that drought season, then you want to give up. All that motivation is gone now because it was temporary. Motivation is temporary. Motivation is only going to give you that drive and that hunger for a little bit. And then it's going to die down. And then you got to find something to get you back in that next gear, to get you back in the race, to get you back in the thick of things, because then you want to remain stagnant for a while, and then you're back in that same cycle of, man, I really want to change my life around. Man, I really want to get things going. I want to get my life in order and all that stuff. You're going backwards, because you were saying that to yourself just last month, right? Back in November. And you're probably saying that to yourself right now in this month. You're having the same conversation over and over again. You don't want to keep having the same conversation with yourself over and over again about how I got to get my life in order. I got to get back on track. I got to get myself right. I got to get myself right with the Most High. I got to get out of sin. I gotta get away from lascivious behavior. I gotta cut off these toxic friends. I gotta stop eating this toxic food. I gotta stop being lazy and procrastinating. How many times are we gonna keep having that same conversation with ourselves? There comes a point where you just gotta be all about action. You just got to move, 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 move. It can be small, big, medium, it don't matter. Make a small move, make a medium move, make a big move. Just make a damn move. It don't matter how big the move is. It doesn't have to be ultra big of a move to make. It can be a small move. A small move can translate to a medium move. A medium move can then translate into a bigger move. You see what I'm saying? Don't put too much pressure on yourself to be the best that you can be in 2025, to accomplish all your money goals, to have the finest things in life. Don't take, if you have a vision board, which that's not really for me per se, but if you have a vision board, don't take that so serious. Understand that there are certain moves you have to make and do, and things that you got to do with yourself to get yourself prepared and ready to earn those things that you want so bad. You got to complete some tasks. You got to go through a process to be able to receive those things that you want to receive. A lot of work, a lot of effort got to be put in. A small move got to be made. A medium move got to be made. Then a big move got to be made. But you got to walk yourself through the process of what type of person you want to be, how you want to live. Listen, every day is a process for a lot of us. We're going through our process day in and day out. But we got to stick to the process. We can't remain in a slumber state. We can't remain stagnant. We can't not remain stuck or still for too long and stuck in our trauma, stuck in our past. We talked with the Most High about it already. You spoke about it to the Lord, about your past, about your sins and all this stuff. You talked about it now. And if you repented, you did what you had to do to get yourself washed and cleansed and all that good stuff. You got to move. You got to keep moving to learn something new, to, create new neurons in your brain, to practice more discipline in your life, to get yourself set up in a better way. So whatever your process looks like, make sure you're sticking with that process every single day. Do not wait for a new year to want to be like, okay, I'm going to be doing this, doing that. I'm going to be accomplishing this. I'm going to be getting this done, that done. Why not try to get it done now? Why not try to get that done now when it's still December, just because it's the holidays? I get it. The holidays are a distraction to our mind. That's why we can't focus on